Jordan, this is your feedback for 3C, Part 2, Camera Movements and Angles. Just to refer you to where the support for this is. This is the homework task here, which was set in November. There are the descriptions of what you have to do to get the pass, merit and distinction. And here is the lesson that we did, which was under the 30th of October, 2.1. And here is the wheel, which gives you, in fact, a lot of the merit answers for you to now go and find examples for and apply and link to the correct movement or angle. So in your post, you discussed tilt. You've described what it is. You've described how to do it. You'd use it to show the whole subject in the shot. It can be used to establish the artist. Okay, you want to think about this idea of revealing them, though, this sense of mystery or this sense of power as it reveals them from low to high. I think that's lacking in your example, so we're kind of really only in the lower end of the merit at the moment. Okay, but you have talked about a purpose for it, so again, it is a merit. If we go to the arc, we're talking about how you do it. Again, you need to talk about how the world revolves around them, but you need to sort of talk about the image of the artist to get the higher merit for that one, yeah? So why would we want the world to revolve around them? Okay, we're talking about tracker ways. Running from the artist, powerful or dominant, very good. That's excellent. Again, you could talk about the fact that this is clearly in some sort of way of hip-hop video, and you could then make an assessment for the distinction about how reliant hip-hop videos are on this particular movement. Okay, just again, distinguish the artist from the busy environment. Yeah, it can be used for that. I think there are other reasons as well that you could maybe find from here. So, for example, they show a sense of movement and dynamic kind of style that might, elaborate on what the sound is saying to you. But you're right, it does distinguish the artist from the background, certainly. So we've talked about, yep, that's good, and you've been specific. Okay, just skimming through now because I think we're on the secure merit. Yep, we talked about how you've done it. So there's a sort of sense of reaction. So this would be the crash zoom, is this idea of something shocking is happening, yeah? Good. Handheld. That's interesting. You've talked about the old style effect of a VHS camera. That's interesting. I think you'd also need to talk about the fact that a handheld camera is quite strong in hip hop music because it gives like a kind of raw and real feel as well. So if we look through, you've got your analysis, your comparison here. So again, for you to be able to say this question, I feel as if this answer, I feel as if the look of my summit video is inappropriate for the genre associated with the track I use. You'd need to really have written a bit more here about how dependent predominantly hip hop, pop or rock, whichever examples you've referenced, are on these movements for that to make the connection to what you're writing about here. Nevertheless, I appreciate the fact you have attempted distinction criteria, but so to make this make sense, you would need to talk again a little bit more in your paragraphs about how reliant these genres are and why therefore yours is successful or unsuccessful based upon that. So at the moment, a relatively secure merit with greater application to the examples and explanation required to make the distinction part make sense.